It's the EAC Show.
Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Cologne.
I am Marcus Mack, and this is the EAC Show coming to you live from sunny South Florida with episode 110. Emilio, not for nothing, just check out my bag right now. Like, so you see the view. Everybody who's looking on YouTube, can y'all check me out right now?
First off, Happy New Year to my guys and joining us for episode 110. We got LaVon Harvey joining us for episode 110. We appreciate you coming on, LaVon. But Marcus, I'm going to give you a little bit of praise is due for all the people that listen to the show and to the podcast. You weren't on a couple episodes back, and you are actually the winner of the week. That is the first episode that you have ever missed. Me and LaVon held it down for you. We didn't give you too much props, but we shouted you out a couple times, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
So, LaVon, let me ask you a question. Marcus did some editing to the last episode, and he put some crickets on the editing when you put the trash bag over your head. How did you feel about the editing, the little editing joke he put on you?
You know what? It's just pure genius. But you know what? More garbage if the Jets keep on winning and making me look bad on the show moving forward. So I might just keep one next.
Big shout out to the Jets too. New York.
I'm super excited. I want to get your feelings, LaVon, a little bit before we get into the playoffs. And Marcus, you could piggyback off this once you hear. Tell me, LaVon, how did you feel about the last game of the season, the regular season, between Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team, and the coach for the Philadelphia Eagles blatantly throwing the game 100% to allow the Washington football team to make the playoffs, and the Giants don't make the playoffs because of the Washington football team winning?
The only explanation I can think, and I'm not hearing this often, that didn't come from Doug. That could not have been Doug's decision. And he's doing his part. He's getting paid good money to say, hey, take the L. And there's no way. There's no way. You just put in, what's the third street? Nate Letter? I don't know the guy's name.
Nate Sudfeld?
There's no way that came from him. And that's all I got to say. That was not his call.
So, Mark, let me ask you a question. So, if your boss comes up to you, you're the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, you're in charge of 52 men on a roster, and all the guys on game day who blood, sweat, and tears with you every day, go through so much COVID protocol, distance themselves from their family so they could put together this season, put their lives on the line on every play, and you literally lose the game on purpose because you're told to by your boss. Would you go through with it, or would you say, fuck that, nah, I quit?
It's crazy. I seen a poll about that, and about players giving up games and stuff like that. Like, that depends. A true believer in the game of whatever game you're playing, they're not throwing the game. Any sport, boxing, UFC, football, shaving point, all that kind of cheating, period. You see what happened with the Astros. The whole league hates them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's ethical. If my
would you do it? Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking Marcus Mack, if the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles came to you and says, Marcus, you have to lose this game.
Or
you're fired.
I guess get my agent on the phone.
Marcus, keep in mind. No, well, that's not how it works. He's getting paid good. He's got a couple of years left in his contract. If they win this game, it's not like they're in the playoffs. You're just stopping one team from getting in and helping another team get into the playoffs.
It's just an integrity thing for me. It's an integrity thing for me. I understand the dynamic. It's like, okay, whether you win or lose, it's not gonna matter anyways. Like, but still, you're asking me to lose on purpose? Nah, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die hard.
Thanks for the advice.
Nah, I'm gonna die hard.
So we're sitting there, we're thinking like, not for nothing, this is, a crazy scenario. Shout out to the New York Giants, who tried to play every game to the fullest. They had multiple opportunities to make the playoffs, but they didn't do it. Shout out to their coach, Joe Judge, who 100% ripped the Philadelphia Eagles and their whole organization, just basically explaining to them like, look, I asked these boys, these men to come in every day, do what they're supposed to do. They completely opt in. I'm not trying to blow any games. We could never do something like that with me as the New York Giants head coach in this organization. And I appreciate that. I asked you, Marcus Mack, I asked LeVon, I asked Cameron Didden, and everybody that helps out on this show to completely buy in, to give me everything that you can when you come in. I would never, ever, ever ask you guys to like go sideways or be something different than what you really are. So I can understand everybody being upset, and I appreciate everybody being upset. But at the end of the day, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars that Doug Peterson is getting paid to provide for his family. If his boss comes down and says, yo, throw this game, throw the game.
That's what he did. And guess what? Because I heard that Miles Sanders and a lot of the linemen and people on defense, they were lost and confused. They didn't know what was going on. I'm doing what he says.
You gotta do what
I'm doing
he
what he
says
says too.
Okay.
But that's what and that's my point though. That wasn't his call, and I'm sticking with that. I mean, he's getting heat as he should. He's the head coach. That was not his call. And also, what was the guy? Nate Dustfield. What was his name? The guy that came in the quarterback.
Nate Sudfeld.
Sudfeld. Question. He's third string for a reason. But do you tell him we're throwing the game too, or just go out there and play your hardest? You suck that bad. We're not even worried about it. You just go play. You play your game, buddy. Don't worry about us, bud. We're throwing the game, but you know what? You go out there and be a trooper. Try your hardest. What if you would have pulled off the win? Who gets in trouble? That would have been interesting to see, but we would have never known. Sudfield wins the game on a last minute throwing touchdown, and now the owner upstairs is livid. Like, that'd have been hilarious, man. But we'll never know.
Crazy. We have a super, super excellent week of football coming up that actually finishes with the national championship game on Monday as well. So we got Saturday football, we got Sunday football, national championship on Monday. This is a really, really big football weekend. Not for nothing. There's so much to talk about, so much to discuss. The first game to start us off on Saturday at 1:00.
Real quick, give me 30 seconds. Marcus Mack, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but your boy Kyrie, I just gotta give 30 seconds for him. Not, I gotta. Yo, what a piece of.
Not too many guys that have a better handle than Kyrie Irving.
Going out the handle, has one of the best handles in the league, and he's a pretty good shooter too.
I hate him. What a wuss, bro. What a wuss.
But he's all
so trash.
Hands down.
What a baby, bro. Anyways, let's move on, bro. I'm getting my blood pressure. Football.
A bigger baby than LeBron?
There's different levels of baby, bro. One thing to cry for a foul, it's Kyrie sitting out the game. What happened? What? Nash, I don't know what happened. Kyrie, what happened? I just didn't want to play. Bro, you're freaking entitled. The world is.
Well, they're saying some of it had to do with the rush on the Capitol and his sentiment towards the mistreatment of minorities and Black people as well. So I mean, I get it. I understand. What happened on the Capitol is something that just
understood.
That's just bad upbringing if you really think about it.
Say it. What you hiding it for? Just say that. Did he say that?
Nah, I just think he just doesn't want to deal with it. He just wants let him be, let him have his day off, and it is. No, listen. At the end of the day, look, everybody's had a job before, and we've all called out sick and haven't given our boss any other reason than just being sick. So it's the same thing. Like he just decided he didn't want to play that day for whatever reason, whether it been personal, whether it been because what happened at the Capitol affected him in some way, shape, or form, and he just didn't want to play.
Look, I agree. It was disgusting. We all know if it was Black. I get all that, right? But guess what? For example, and I'll leave 3 examples. Take a knee if you want to. Talk about it post-game like LeBron did. They asked him. There was a team that came out, I think the Celtics. They came out, they went back into the locker room. Statement, come back out. That's what I'm saying. But then you go, it's just the way he handles things with the incense and just Kyrie, I don't like him. Let's move on to football. What are we talking about? Saturday slate.
Good.
Yeah, just real quick, if I was writing an article, the title of the article would be Trump supporters gangbang capital.
Yeah, some of the pictures that you see are so not gangster, that's the wrong word, but it's like what kind of you just see everybody out front just like it's in front of the Capitol. Like it's like it's a public building. Like it's just hilarious to me. But
I definitely agree with LeVon. I feel like in the position that he's in, there's other ways that you could handle it instead of, not playing or whatever the case may be. I understand completely what you're saying. And I
can't wait to be able to get back to some sense of normalcy and all actuality. And this Saturday at 1:00 is going to make me feel right at home as we got the Indianapolis Colts going to rough buff and going to play Marcus Mack's Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills are favored -6.5 at the crib. They're actually going to have fans there too. The Buffalo Bills haven't been this good in a very, very long time. Now, Marcus, I'm going to let you go last because I know who you going with. So I'm going to let you go last.
Real quick, I got a question. How many people are they allowing in the Buffalo Stadium right now?
I think it's 6,500.
6,000 people.
Go ahead, LeVon. Who you got? Buffalo -6.5 or Indianapolis plus the points?
The final score is going to be 24-20. So you do the math, sir. Now, I got the Colts covering this spread. Let's keep in mind, Allen's been a beast. He's had a great season. Diggs is emerging as like a top 3, I guess, receiver. Like he's been a killer this year, and I love it. I love the story. Josh Allen has an extra year under his belt of maturity. Last year that was ugly last year in the playoffs. The Colts are the Colts. They got Phillip Rivers there. They need Hines and Taylor to do a lot of work. They need great defense too. So I think it might even be a lower scoring game than that, but I like it to be less than 6.5. So I'm going to go 24-20 around that score. So obviously I'm taking the points with the Colts plus 6.5.
I'm going to take the points, and I'm also going to take the Indianapolis Colts to actually win this game. And I'm going to tell you why. Phillip Rivers does not really do good in playoff games, but Phillip Rivers probably hasn't had an offensive line like this ever in his career. And I think that the running back duo of Taylor and everybody else on Indianapolis is better than the running back duo between Singletary and Moss. Allen is doing his thing. He's going to hit probably 60 to 70% of his passes, but I really do feel like the Colts defense is better than the Bills defense. So I'm going to go with the Indianapolis Colts in this game. Marcus, go ahead. Do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to say when LeVon said it, I cannot dispute it. I'm not like LeVon. When it's Miami, I'm going right with Miami. I feel you. I know you're a fan. Let's go, Buffalo. And all my other Buffalo fans out there, I'm sorry, but we're going for the money right now. That's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the money. I'm going with the Colts.
Holy shit!
Whoa!
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 No Griselda this week?
No Griselda. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going with the Colts.
Wow! I didn't see that coming.
Let me collect my money first, and then, all right, cool.
Jesus. Wow, unbelievable. So the next game on the slate, we got a next game versus the Los Angeles Rams, who are going to the Seattle Seahawks and playing the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. The Rams are getting 3 on the road. It's a -3 game, which is kind of funny because I don't even know if Jared Goff has all his fingers. Like one of his fingers was dislocated, his thumb, he had surgery on it. It's on his throwing hand. So I really don't know. LeVon, you go. Marcus, you go, and I'll go last.
3. That's a good number. So seeing as how it's 3 points, that means Goff is playing in this game and not the other dude. Is that correct?
Yeah, but what if Goff just like they throw him out there thinking he could play and he ends up lasting a quarter?
Yeah, but you know what, man? Just something about the Seahawks, man. They've been playing some weird football. And in my heart, I want to say, you know what? They've been hearing everything from the public and the sports outlets saying, hey, Russ was cooking the first, 6 weeks? MVP talk, on pace to break records, this, that, and the third. And they just end the last 6 weeks on just a downslope. So I think they had a week off, or it was a rest. Did they have a week off or no? Was it like a rest of players? Not even? For whatever reason, I don't know. Could Rams have a great defense too? 3 is a great number, man. I think this falls right on the number, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the Rams drown these guys because of their defense. I think the defense makes up for whatever Goff can do. I think they drown them. I got to go with, what's my man's name on the best tackle in the league? I forgot his name. I'm sorry. He's the best in the league.
Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald, and then Ramsey. I think they hold it down. So I'm just going to go and close my eyes, and regardless of who's behind center for the Rams, I'm going to go with the Rams to just win the game.
You know what's crazy? LeVon is Mr. The Plot Thickens. If the plot thickens was a person, it'd definitely be LeVon. Because I'm telling you, he'd have you going with his story. Like, oh, he's going with the Seahawks.
You got to tell a story. Yo, Marcus, you got to tell a story. You got to tell a story, man. That's how it is.
Trust me, I get it. But I guess I'm going to collect the money on this spread here, because I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks 100%. Yeah, and I know Emilio's with me.
Yeah, I'm with Marcus Mack on this. I'm gonna go with Russell. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks -3. I think DK Metcalf, and this is the game that he separates himself from Jalen Ramsey. There's always that talk about how they go up against each other, and Jalen actually does a really, really good job against them. I think DK has a game and a half this game. I think DK goes off. I think Russ is gonna be Russ. He's gonna be cooking. It's just gonna be Seattle minus the points for sure. Now this game, this is crazy. This game, to me, the point spread should be higher, in my opinion. You got the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road going to play the Washington football team, and the Washington football team are dogs at home. Tampa's -9. LeVon, tell me who you got.
Lock me in for Chase Young and them boys chasing down the old man, bro. I'm sorry. I think they muddy this game up. I think Alex Smith does just enough and manages the game. And Brady and them boys have been looking great. He's been throwing the rock around crazy. I do believe Evans is kind of gimpy. So you got Brown and Godwin still. But 9 is a lot. 9 is a lot. And I think them boys chased Brady down. The offensive line was probably the best offensive line in the league. So you said the spread should be higher? I'm taking, and if you want to go higher than 9, give me all the points, man. I'm going. This is my third dog so far, right? Give me the points +9. That's a lot of points.
Marcus?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Washington.
So you guys are rocking with Washington. I'm gonna rock with the Tampa Bay Bucks. I'll take them -9, and I'll even give you 4 more points. I'll take them -13. Actually, I think the Bucks come out and they make a statement. I think Brady's.
LeVon, spell it out for him. I'm glad he just said Brady. Spell it out for him. They're gonna chase him down.
No.
They're gonna chase Young him down.
Listen,
and Brady don't got no legs.
I think Brady gets it done. I really do. I think they nullify Chase Young and them boys, and I think they win by 14+. Not for nothing. Real talk.
Nah.
Sunday, 1:00, 1:05. We got a really, really good game. This game is crazy. It's like disrespectful if you really think about it. We got Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens going to Tennessee and playing the Tennessee Titans with Ryan Tannehill and King Henry. And the Baltimore Ravens are -3.5 point favorites on the road.
Okay. I don't want to speak too far ahead, but my man's gonna make his first Super Bowl appearance as a 24-year-old. He's coming for the jugular this year. So I'm going to take the young prodigy behind center that can move on anybody in the league and his boys to step up their defense and shut down King Henry and Tannehill, the ex-Dolphin quarterback, and Brown and Davis and that trash secondary that Tennessee Titans got. So I'm swallowing those points. Deep throat. All right, that's too much. I'm joking. I'm swallowing the points. 3. 3.5 easy call. Easy.
Yeah, man. It's a tough one, man. As the season is winding down, you gotta be very wary about these picks, man, because it's clutch right now. Right now, it's clutch. You know what I'm saying? So give me Baltimore. Give me Baltimore. I think Vegas is on the zone. Give me Baltimore.
Now, LeVon, we can all see on the video and on YouTube that Marcus Mack is inhaling some nice vitamins right now, and I think those vitamins are starting to get you. I was with you until you said that he's going to make the Super Bowl. I do not think that Lamar Jackson is going to make the Super Bowl this year. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I will admit it. But I do have Baltimore winning this game -3.5 points. But Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, is not going to the Super Bowl this year out of the AFC. So I'm going to literally sit there and take the -3.5, but there's no way he's going to the Super Bowl.
However you want to spin it. You could say he was trash and the defense helped him, or lucky this. He's going to be there. He's going to be there.
I'm gonna hold you to that too. Watch.
Hold on. Can I say something just for the record? LeVon is probably not on point with every single spread, and I think that's just for the love of the culture. That's just my opinion. But when LeVon says this is how a game is going to turn out, I have not seen him miss yet. I'm just saying, am I right or wrong?
No. Mr. Giants lock. Remember when he brought out the prop and he had the lock?
Yeah, your locks is that. But
remember when he said that if the Jets beat the Browns, he was gonna remember?
Look, Emilio, we discussed
he had two flops, but more times than none, he's on.
Marcus Mack, I appreciate you. Sometimes people they start to gray up a little bit. They start to get, weird, and they start thinking different. Don't worry about him. I see you, homie. Let's get some drinks, bro. I need some vitamins, all that. Let's do it, man.
I got a little privilege right here. Let's see it.
Okay. I see it. I like the.
Nah, man, I just, I ain't even really come prepared because I had like 2 spliffs rolled up, and I'm just like, I only got a glass right now, but don't worry, we gonna get our drink. We're gonna get our drink.
Next game, Chicago Bears going to New Orleans and playing the New Orleans Saints. Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears are 10-point underdogs to the Saints on the road. 10-point underdogs in a playoff game.
That's crazy.
The Washington football team got 9.
But what do the Bears have to offer? It's still a high spread, but I feel like what the Bears got to offer?
They have a better quarterback.
I don't know about that, but because Mitch is Mitch. But gosh, 10 is a lot. Damn, that's a lot of points. I know the Saints got all their backs back, right, from COVID. I think Michael Thomas is back as well. I think that the Saints turned Trubisky back into the Trubisky we all used to love and make fun of and hate in the last couple of years. I really do. I think this is like a 28-13 type game, and the Saints roll. I don't like the Saints that much either as a team because I'm not a Breeze fan, but I think they roll these guys, and let's just leave it at that. So -10, it's a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and eat that.
Oh, so you like Chicago?
No, I'm going Saints -10.
We take more.
Over the spread.
Okay, I'm just verifying. All right. Emilio, you give yours first. I want to hear yours.
I hate the backdoor cover in this game, so I'm going to take Bears +10. I think that New Orleans will probably be up like 17-14 or whatever late, and then the Bears will score garbage touchdown to ruin everybody's spread, just like what happened in the freaking Alabama versus Notre Dame game, where Alabama's completely in control of that game, and then Notre Dame scores garbage touchdowns in the end and ruins everybody's game.
So gross. That is so gross.
I'm being honest with you. I think that the Saints end up controlling this game immensely, and then the Bears score a garbage touchdown that literally fucks everybody's spread. And shout out to my man Smoke Sports, because Smoke Sports has a segment It's called fuck your money, and that's exactly what the Bears are going to do to people. They're going to fuck your money with the backdoor cover.
So you like the Saints to wax them, but you like the Bears to cover?
Yeah, I like the Bears to cover late.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what, because I'm really just here for the money. You know what I'm saying? And one person that I know, one person that I know is gonna come through for you when it's time to get some paper. It's Emilio, right? Because y'all gonna know one thing about Mac. I'm gonna go where it's at, and I'm gonna deal with people who facilitate. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you, my man Emilio facilitating getting that dough, so I'm definitely whatever it is. Emilio is going for this one right here. What you say? We gonna go for Saints for the win, and Bears. All right, so that's what we doing. I'm gonna get some money with you too.
So we got the last game on the slate. We got the late game, the 8 o'clock game. We got the Cleveland shit on you Browns going to Pittsburgh and playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Cleveland Browns are getting 6 points on the road. Cleveland is -6. Cleveland does not have their head coach. Their head coach has COVID. He will not be there. He is not coaching. Marcus Smack and LeVon, when this game first came out, before he got COVID, this was a -3.5 game.
Okay, let me just say this though. It's Stefanski is his name, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent pronunciation of his name, by the way.
Thank you. I am an English, I'm not. Look, this guy's not Bill Belichick. He's not. First of all, I'm not sure what you were trying to say when you made that statement. He is not worth 3 points. I don't even think maybe Bill Belichick's worth 3 points, not even. So let's not act like this is strictly the Browns struggled when the Steelers didn't give a damn last week. They did not give a damn. They were resting their players. They were just like whatever. And they made homeboy look decent, or they look like trash, however you want to spin it. This spread went up without Stefanski is worth a quarter of a point. Not half, a quarter of a point. This guy's nothing. It went up because it should go up, but that's a lot of points still now. Was it 3.5 at first? It went up to 6. That's a lot. I'm still going to go ahead and take the Steelers to win this game and act like they were acting in the beginning of the year and really put that pressure on them with that defense. So I'm going to swallow the points. I'm taking Pitt. Dirty towels, baby.
Yeah, give me Pittsburgh. So I'm around with Pittsburgh.
This is the last game of the playoff night on Sunday night, and I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. There's no pressure on this team. Steelers have to win the game no matter what. There's no coach. Players have been out because of COVID, whatever it may be. I don't care what you say. At the end of the day, the NFL is either win or lose, no matter who's the quarterback or who's in or whatever. You could have sit there and said, oh, well, they struggled against Pittsburgh and they have backup players or whatever it may be. They were literally winning that game. They were up double digits. You could have sit there and said the Browns took the pedal off the metal, and that's how Pittsburgh ended up coming back. In my opinion, I feel like Ben is going to make a mistake or two early. You're going to give the Browns a couple chances early, and they're going to capitalize it because they got nothing to worry about. It's all on Pittsburgh has to beat the Browns. The Browns just have to not lose the game. That's it.
I got Kanye on you real quick. Who has no? I 100% disagree with you. There's no pressure on the Browns? None.
They're the Browns.
None?
They are the Browns. They are the shitty Browns.
They've been talking. Yeah. They've been the talk of the league the entire year. They've been on the front page all year. There's no pressure.
It doesn't matter. They're still the Browns.
The Browns? Yeah, but they've been talking to the league. If anything, the Steelers have no pressure. If anything.
Yo, Emilio said, man, you are who you are before you got here. Right? No matter.
Brown, they have nothing. Listen to me. I'm telling you right now, if I'm the head coach, I'm going in there and I'm saying to them, we are the Cleveland Browns. That's it. I don't have to say anything else. Lower the expectations all the way down to the ground and just go out there and play football. And if you end up winning the game, you say the same exact thing after the game. We are the Cleveland Browns.
It's the Browns
simple.
first playoff. How long? They're so hyped right now. This is our year. We had a great run. We went, but wins. Last week against Cedar didn't care. We lost against the Jets, but it's cool. We're gonna bounce back, and this is our year. Let's do it. Baker at the helm. They got a lot to prove. You heard already. This guy's calling plays after people who made fun of him during the regular season on radio. This guy's listening to everything. This team is a talk of the league. There's a lot of pressure on this team, and I think they fold.
Last time Levon and I had this discussion about the Cleveland Browns was the time where Levon said that the Browns would not lose to the Jets straight up. That's the last time Levon and I argued about the Browns. I'm not here to argue about the Browns. I'm telling you, the Browns have no pressure on them whatsoever, period. They are the Cleveland Browns. They are the most losingest organization in the history of NFL sports.
It's what's been going on lately, man. No one cares about the past. It's their first time making the playoffs in a long time. They're here now, and they've been the hype train all year. No pressure.
I'm going to ask you what's the biggest story, Marcus Mack. Listen to this. Levon, hold on. I'm going to ask you what's the biggest story. If the Cleveland Browns lose on Sunday, the Cleveland Browns lost. They made the playoffs. It is what it is. If the Pittsburgh Steelers lose on Sunday, it's going to rain blood, like literally. Like it's going to be like, what the hell happened? There's no way.
Like, people don't even like this. People think that Pitt's been a fraud all year.
Pittsburgh wasn't a fraud. Pittsburgh wasn't a fraud until they had to like switch their buys 2 weeks in a row during the season. Because the other teams ended up getting COVID and they lost their bye weeks twice.
Yeah, but even though they've been winning, it was against like trash teams and honestly, bro, the people
11 wins was against trash teams.
They can't run the ball and they pass short and honestly, if you're gonna sit there and tell me Browns have no pressure, I don't like it. I don't like that. I just don't like it.
I'm telling you, they don't have any pressure. I've said this a bunch of times on this show. Marcus, I know you edit every show for us. We appreciate you. And I know you've seen it. And I've said it. When teams have nothing to worry about, when there's nothing on their shoulders, when it's all on the other team who have the weapons, everybody's healthy, who has their head coach, who has a Hall of Fame quarterback, this, that, and the third, their defense is stout and stellar. They have the clone, TJ Watt, like, there's no pressure on. It's just Baker and Chubb and Landry. That's it.
What's funny? If the Browns win, what's the headline story going to be about? What team is the headliner going to be about?
It's going to be more about Pittsburgh.
No, absolutely not.
It's going to 100% be about Pittsburgh and how they failed.
Yeah, they failed. But guess what, guys? These guys are here now. Baker is here. He's making a statement. Whoever was doubting him when he got drafted, and this team has turned the page on a new leaf. Even when the coach is out, did it for the coach. They'll have the coach back next week. Pittsburgh with a disappointing season. Great start, but at the end they folded, and we never really had confidence. So that's my guess. I'm just saying, this is my opinion. So you say no. I say if Browns win, they're the talk of the town. Guess what? And I think if the Browns lose, guess who's going to be talking to town? The Browns. I think it's the Browns either way. That's what I'm saying. The Browns are good. The Browns are just the Browns. Pitt was a little better of a team, but man, when is Baker going to turn his leaf? Right? It's just going to be all about the Browns no matter what. That's what I think. Browns if they win, Browns if they lose. That's what I think.
So before
the men's pressure on the Browns.
Before we end episode 110, Marcus Mack's having a little bit of technical difficulties. Before we end episode 110, who do you got between national title game on Monday between Ohio State and Alabama? Alabama's -8 in that game.
By the way, great win, Ohio State. That looked really good. You guys look great, man. And what's his name? He's not going to pass Trevor Lawrence in the draft, but his stock definitely went up. He was launching that rock, and he looked good Justin doing it. Yeah. Good job for Justin Fields, right? This title game, I don't want to get carried away though. Just not get carried away. I think the more poised, the more level-headed team, the more consistent team, the more in the trenches. We've been here before. We're not trying to get flashy with it. Let's stick to the script. Team is going to win this, and Saban's going to do Saban things. Plain and simple. So I'm going with Alabama to win this game. As far as the spread's concerned, that's a great point spread, but I like Bama to cover the spread as well. Scoring game, I think Bama covers the spread.
Marcus, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
so
can
who you
hear
got? Just pick Bama or Ohio State.
Ohio.
There you go, Ohio State. So I'm gonna go with Alabama to win the game, Ohio State to cover the spread. Bama likes to fuck you in the ass. They literally like to fuck. It's like that famous Joe Pesci Lethal Weapon episode where he's like, they fuck you in the drive-thru. That's why I never like going through the drive-thru.
Okay, they fuck you at the drive-thru, okay? They fuck you at the drive-thru. They know you're gonna be miles away before you find out you got fucked, okay? They know you're not gonna turn around and go back. So they don't.
Because you're millions and millions of miles away when you realize they messed up your order. This is exactly what Alabama likes to do. They will literally blow out everybody. They'll be up by double digits, and they'll let a backdoor cover literally ruin your night. So I'm going to take Ohio State with the points, but Bama wins the game.
Fair enough.
So
And I want to give a shout out, Marcus Mack and Levon Harvey. I would like to give a shout out to a baseball legend. Tommy Lasorda passed away at 93 years old. Shout out to Tommy Lasorda from the Los Angeles Dodgers, coach. Crazy. His famous line that I remember for him, Marcus Mack and Levon Harvey, is he always sat there and he said, you know, in golf, they ask everybody to be quiet when they're about to hit a ball. In tennis, they ask everybody to be quiet when they're about to hit a ball. And he goes, in baseball, you got 60,000 fans screaming at a ball that's coming to you at the blink of an eye, and they think playing baseball is easy. So shout out to Tommy Lasorda. May he rest in peace, legend.
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick, right? You see how you picked Ohio just now, right? I just want to show y'all how skilled.
I picked Alabama. I picked Ohio State with the points.
But that's all that matter.
We the money, like you said, you were getting to the bag. I like it.
But what else? You know what time I'm on. So all I'm saying is, you see how I was accurate, though. You see that? I just want.
You're not.
It's position. It's. Oh man, I'm good. I'm telling you, I'm good. Watch they get them that spread though. Watch.
It'll be a close game, but they're gonna cover 8. That's all. And guess what? I know you went Ohio State because when you look at the jerseys and the helmets, Ohio State looks way flyer than Bama. So I figured you go Ohio State if you saw the jerseys and the helmets. So peep that. Go look that up. You don't agree with me. I'm just saying.
All right, man.
Well, that's going to conclude episode 110 of the EAC Show. I'm Emilio A. Colon. That's Marcus Mack, Levon Harvey. Make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. And make sure you never, ever, ever, ever forget your Bitcoin password, okay? Don't forget your Bitcoin passwords. See you guys next episode.
Easy.
It's the EAC Show.